taking action for you. 7 Action News this morning on TV 20 Detroit.
Well, the pandemic has changed most aspects of American lives, and higher education is no exception. In some ways, experts say higher ed will be forever changed by the pandemic, both for the good and perhaps, might leave some people wanting more. Well, we're joined now by Dr. Emily Barnes, interim president of Cleary University. She joins us this morning with some insights into what college-bound students and their families can expect post-pandemic. Dr. Barnes, thank you so much for spending some time with us.
Thank you for having me.
Now, we were talking about some of the changes with higher education, both for good and for ill. Tell us some of the changes you're seeing in higher education, especially those that'll stick around post-pandemic.
So I think that higher education has really had a learning experience this year. I think that we found out that many of our state-of-the-art buildings, our dining halls, Olympic-sized swimming pools could sit empty for months and grow irrelevant over time. And that when the end of the day comes, we have our faculty who are engaging our students, we have our staff that are working on retention and keeping our students active in their learning process, and that we have lost a little bit of our focus as far as the quality of education that we're delivering from directly to our students. We've been focusing on the physical manifestations of the university, a place for learning, a place for engagement and campus life, which is critically important. But we also have to focus on how we're empowering our faculty, how we're training, how we are engaging our students at a distance, and how we are keeping them on track and in process with their education just across the board.
Right. Obviously, that is very, very important. And when students are looking at colleges, what are some of what can college-bound students expect from a post-pandemic sort of college experience? What's going to be different?
So I think for the majority of students, they're going to see more remote offerings, definitely more flexible programming, flexible course formats. They're going to see faculty that are also putting more emphasis on remote work skills and technology skills. At Cleary University, we know that we want to teach our students how to be business ready in a global society. And working across remote teams or having interviews just like this one, those students have to be prepared to thrive in a remote environment that's going to be stretching across multiple states and also countries. So those skill sets are going to be integrated into not just learning, those fundamentals of business, but also how to thrive in business today. And I think that we will see that across many universities as we prepare students for the global workforce.
Now, you mentioned business ready. Let's talk a little bit about that. Tell us a little bit about Cleary University for folks who may not be familiar with it or heard the name, but just don't have a great depth of information about the school.
So Cleary University is a private nonprofit four-year university. We offer bachelor's degrees and master's degrees. We do have a main campus in Howell, Michigan, and we also have another campus in Detroit. And we really focus on uniquely preparing a student to contribute to business on day one. So when they leave us, we want students who are able to enter into the workforce, be extremely successful, come bright-minded, ready to learn, ready to activate, and really thrive in a new environment. And I think the biggest piece of that puzzle is that we want students who are able to contribute to their employers, who bring something unique and special to the table to help that business be successful as well.
All right, and of course, if it sounds good to people, I guess they can check you guys out at cleary.edu. Dr. Barnes, thank you so much for spending some time with us this morning. Appreciate your insight into how the pandemic is changing higher education.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you. You have a great day, too.